Hey everyone, welcome to the Wild Side, and this week we're talking about a beautiful bird of prey, but not maybe one you've heard of. So let's fly in to a new episode of the Wild Side. Hi folks, this is Rusty, and Rusty is a ferruginous hawk. You ever heard of one of those? Well, some people have and some people haven't. Now you can find the ferruginous hawk from as far west as California, here to West Texas, down to northern Mexico, and as far north as North Dakota and southern Canada. Now the ferruginous hawk comes from a family called Buteo, and of the Buteo hawks, that's a scientific terminology, they are the largest of that Buteo family. Ferruginous hawks can grow up to about 5 pounds in weight with a body length of around 27 inches, but a wingspan of around 55 inches. Now, ferruginous hawk, they are considered a migratory bird, but they don't migrate very far. In fact, sometimes these birds migrate south just for breeding, but they don't migrate very, very far away from their home range, returning shortly. They do become a monogamous pair, a breeding pair, and they can lay anywhere from 2 to 6 eggs, with most of the time the nest being about 4 eggs. Now, around 33 days, those eggs hatch, and mom will stay with those hatchlings while dad brings in the first 3 weeks worth of food. He'll go out and hunt, bring food back to the nest, go out and hunt, bring food back to the nest. But at 3 weeks, the parents then leave the nest together and begin to hunt together, bringing back food because the chicks are growing so rapidly. Now, after 50 days after hatching, at 50 days old, a ferruginous hawk typically takes its first flight, learning to fly and hunt from mom and dad. Now, as they soar high above their prey, they keep their wings more elevated in their body, keeping the tips of their wings very flat. They kind of glide there like a Mississippi kite, and then when they find prey, they swoop down and grab them with their very, very powerful talons. I know, you've got very powerful feet. Now, a ferruginous hawk is also very comfortable running along the ground to chase after jackrabbits, squirrels, prairie dogs, snakes, and of course good-sized rodents. I said rodents and he got all excited. Because they can fly and they can run, they're the perfect woodland and prairie predator. Now, when they are chasing after prey, like I said earlier, they're running along with those talons, but they're kind of hopping and pouncing and grabbing those prey with the very, very powerful feet that they have. Just take a look at those powerful talons. Now, if you'd like to identify a ferruginous hawk, there are a few easy ways to do it. Number one, they have a pretty paled head, and they have some spotting on their belly. But one of the most telltale signs you're looking at a ferruginous hawk is those rusty colored legs, those light browns, those light tans. That rust color is where this animal got his name. This is Rusty. They make a wide variety of vocalizations like Now, the ferruginous hawk is considered a threatened species. That's right. This beautiful North American bird is threatened, with less than 4,000 breeding pairs estimated to be living in the western portions of the United States. And the reasons they're in decline are vast. Habitat loss. The prairie lands they use to hunt and catch their prey are being overdeveloped. And pesticides. Pesticides from the 1970s like DDT and others have really affected bird of prey populations. They eat all of the animals that those pesticides target, from insects to rats and mice to other small mammals. If that insecticide finds its way to the waterway, it can also spell trouble for other birds of prey that like to eat fish. Another major conservation concern for this species is highly illegal, and that is shooting. You cannot shoot or harm a bird of prey, as these animals are protected under the Migratory Bird Act, and it is a federal offense. But it does not stop poachers and criminals from thinking these wings and body would make a beautiful add to their collection. So please, protect these awesome predators. More predators in the environment means that the population of prey is healthy. But when you have fewer and fewer predators, that means that prey population can grow out of control. And you need these animals to help keep down the lizard, snake, and above all else, rodent populations. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of The Wild Side with Clay, where we talked about a beautiful bird of prey named Rusty. Now, Rusty does come to us from the Abilene Zoo, where he is a rescued creature, which reminds you to support your local zoo and aquarium with rescue programs, especially those with rescue programs. Rusty found himself on the wrong end of one of those giant wind turbines that find themselves home here in West Texas, flying into that, chasing after prey, and breaking off half of the wing closest to me. When he fell to the ground, he was found by a Texas rancher who brought him to Wichita Falls Bird Rehabilitation Center. Then the Abilene Zoo took over his care after a little bit of rehabilitation in Wichita Falls. He's an amazing bird, but a threatened species. So until next time, everyone, find your wild side. Don't forget that conservation rules. And we'll talk to you the next time we walk on the wild side of some of your favorite or unknown species. What do you say, Rusty?